welcome to Let Freedom Ring. Before we get into it, we, of course, have our security guard here on set. Again, Soapy hasn't made any threats recently about coming to the studio, but we just want to be prepared, you know, after what happened a few weeks ago. The only other thing I want to adjust to Mike Bollier, I am the new Pick'em League champion after WrestleMania. Picked Roman Reigns to win the main event, put me over the top. Mike's refusing to relinquish the new title, so I have the old one. But we'll get into that another time. But I'd like to welcome my guest, Mark Zedon, to the show. Mark, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Happy to have you. And yeah, let's get to know you a little bit. Where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
Manchester, New Hampshire. Born and raised there. Been there, you know, all my life. So,
awesome.
Manch Vegas, they call it, but I disagree. It's like, it's not no Manch Vegas. So
no. They call, you know, they say that about Nashville too. They'll call Nashville Nash Vegas.
Nashville's nice though.
Yeah.
You know, it's got a good downtown. Portsmouth too, but Manchester's like doesn't compare to Portsmouth or Concord. Or it's kind of it's just that's all I got to say.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I mean, I kind of never want to. I love New Hampshire. Like I have no intentions of. Yeah. You know, I'm lucky. That's where I grew up. You know, so. What's one thing that everybody should know about you?
I'm a humble guy. I don't know. I'm happy. Always. I like to fool around, like to play jokes, and just like to have fun and have a good time. So no matter what I do.
Awesome. Good answer. And this question we ask everybody. It means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. What does it mean to you to be an American?
Just the freedom that you have. You know, the people. They complain a lot about, you know, this country, but in my eyes, if you don't like it, you know, there's other countries you can go to.
Yeah.
And you probably, if they go there, they probably won't think it's as good as this one. And then they'll come back, as they always do. So, I just like my freedom. I like, you know, I respect the flag, respect the bald eagle. Just it shows strength and freedom, just alone. So. Yeah. It's just a good country to be in, and you know you can do whatever you want to be. You can be whatever you want to be. Do whatever you want to do. Well, to the extent of the law and you know regulations and rules, which you know I agree you should follow. So,
yeah, I agree with that too, and I think you can make you know you have opportunity. I know that you know there's different things that happen, but for the most part, I think people they have a chance to make it to what they want to be here.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave. I love it here. So
a lot of people threatened that they were going to leave if you know, someone was elected, and they're still here. So you know, what does that say? So
I feel like every election in my life has been that way.
Yeah, it's always the same thing. It's always you know you can't make everybody happy.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why we have you know.
Yeah, the two-party system does because we talked about this on the show before. Our kind of politics is like it's like going to an ice cream stand. But there's only two flavors there.
Yeah, but
you know, and I think that's where a lot of people. That's why, like, when the elections happen, they get so invested, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm leaving if I don't get my way."
Yeah, yep.
You know, so
see ya. You know?
Yeah, but yeah, rarely.
But you know, maybe the country would be better if you know we talk about working together. If,
yeah.
You know, why should there be a Democrat and Republicans that fight all the time? You know, why can't just be a one-party system and you know work together?
Yeah.
You know,
it does. They're always working, but you know, it's crazy because that's really just been the history of this country. It's always been just really two parties. So, but yeah, you don't get a lot of choices there.
No.
So interesting thing, Governor Sununu. How do you think Sununu overall has handled the pandemic?
I think he's pretty good, pretty well. Yeah. He's seems to like know like his facts and stuff. So I think that shows a lot in him. So.
Yeah, I think he's actually handled pretty well.
Yeah, I actually just watched the press conference before I came over here about the mask mandate, and they'll be back, you know, Friday, tomorrow. So taking it away, and it was pretty interesting, you know. And the restaurants are going to go back. You know, you can move your tables back, and all that stuff, and have it. It's almost like you know, okay, we're going back to normal.
Yeah.
Are we ready for it yet?
Yeah, we don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to wait the numbers show, but you know how numbers are, how correct are they? You know, but
well, you know, I mean, they already said like we've vaccinated a good chunk of the population already. You know, I know a lot of people have different opinions on the vaccination, whether they want to do it, they don't want to do it. But yeah, I mean, I have so many of these masks now.
Yeah. I just take them from work. So.
Yeah, I make it so it's impossible like to forget one. Like keep one in the car, keep one in the house, because there's not a worse feeling when you get out of the car and you walk into the store and then realize, great, I gotta go back.
10 times a day I do that. I work in in and out of a truck all day at work, and it's like every time we get out, let's go get coffee. Get out and I walk all the way to. I'm like, yeah, I forgot it again. The guy that I work with is like, hey, don't forget your mask now. So now he's like helping me out to remember it, but I still can't. I'm probably getting more exercise,
Yeah.
Doing extra laps and everything. So maybe it's working out.
Yeah, I mean, I had one day where I literally, there was like no one in 7-Eleven, right? And I realized I forgot it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's just me and the cat. So I just like took my shirt and was like, is this okay for now?
Yeah. You look at him as you're going in. It's
like,
come on,
I forgot it. I've got it over my mouth.
But I know a lot of places have it, one next to the door or some next to the door. So that's, look for that.
Yeah. So
that's usually where I get them. And then I take one, put it in my pocket, and I get home, like I just put on another sweatshirt earlier, and I reach in my pocket and I get a mask in there, and I go in my truck, I get a mask in there. My bike, I get a mask in there. So I'm learning to put, like my eyeglasses, I'm learning to put them everywhere so I don't forget them.
That's a good idea. It's definitely been, I'm ready for some normalcy, obviously.
Yeah, just getting, like sporting events, big time.
Oh,
I think that's the major thing that I want to do is go to sporting events and have the crowd there, and I'm sure they need it all as well. So,
yeah, are you a Fisher Cats fan? Do you go to a lot of those games?
I go, yeah. I mean, it's baseball. It's fun. It's cheap, and it's a good time. So
it felt weird.
When I can, yeah.
It felt weird not having them last year.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
I love the Fisher Cats. Try to go as many games as I can, because like I do like going to Fenway, but like. Not all the time. I hate going into Boston.
It's far away, traffic and people.
Yeah.
Bumping into each other and all that, and that's the downfall of it. But it's the crowd's bigger, and it's it's interesting. It's like get a foul ball. You're always waiting for that. Get the Red Sox ball. Yeah, right. I walked away with one. I did one at a Fisher Cats game once, so that was about it. And that was exciting. So I can't imagine a Red Sox game.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Do you ever hear the story of Ricky Henderson? Ricky Henderson, Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And he catches a ball at a stadium. He went to some game. So Ricky catches it, and people expecting him to hand it over to a kid, and he's like, no, I've always wanted to do this.
Really?
My whole life I wanted to catch a ball in a game. Yeah. So I guess he like bought another one, signed it, and gave it to the kid.
Oh, yeah.
But
Kid would be happy.
It's just so funny. He's like, I'm going to frame this ball. Like,
It is funny, yeah. So that was like after he retired?
Yeah, he had been retired at that point.
Yeah, that's cool then.
I mean, his career was so long, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's hit a few balls out.
Yeah. And he played for like every team. Like it was insane how many teams Ricky Henderson was on. Recently, last week, DMX passed away. One of my all-time favorite rappers. Were you a DMX fan?
Not a rapper fan. Not at all. But he's got the songs that are catchy. Boom. It's it's good. So
yeah, I mean,
I've listened to him. I had nothing against them, but it's just not my
cup of tea.
My forte of music. So
yeah, it was just very like
50, right? 50 years old he was.
He's only 50.
Yeah. I mean, younger than I am now. So
yeah,
it's crazy when you think about some people that that are younger than you when they pass. It's kind of weird. So
yeah, it was unfortunate. Now it sounds like it was a drug overdose. I know he.
Oh, I thought they said something with the heart.
I think it was put on by drugs.
Okay,
I think he did do his rehabilitation here in Nashua.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sorry, we're in Merrimack, but you guys get what I'm saying. We're close enough. And like I know people that ran into him on the streets.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Anytime someone passes away, they try to. I feel like social media gets weird, and everybody brings up every horrible thing that person had ever done if they weren't like a perfect person.
No one is, yeah.
So people are doing that kind of with DMX, and then someone's like, "Oh, he was such a jerk when he was staying here." I'm like, I heard totally different.
Really, yeah.
I was like, anybody that I know that ran into him said like he couldn't have been nicer, willing to take pictures with fans, like
a celebrity,
Yeah, I mean,
celebrity should do. But
it's tough because but
they also deserve their their own personal time and space as well. So.
No, I agree, especially when you're here for rehab.
Yeah,
That's kind of a big lot for people to.
Hey, it's been a drink, or throw something towards them. Hey, I know you like this, so that wouldn't be good.
Yeah, but R.I.P. DMX. Your music's always going to live on, and that may offend some people that are offended by his music, but that's neither here nor there. Joe Biden announces that planning to have all troops out of Afghanistan by 9/11. Is it time that we finally get out of there?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think so. I mean, I thought Trump was going to get him out like a couple years ago or whatever. He brought that up when he first came in. I think it was getting the troops up. Seems like I don't know. Everybody says they're going to do it, but it never happens.
Yeah.
So I don't know if like more stuff comes about and they have to keep them there, or I mean, they should be ready to fend on their own by now.
Oh yeah, I think this is at this point, like, we've been there for
Ever.
a long time. Pretty much most of my life. So
it's time to move on and bring our troops home, let them enjoy the great U.S. of A. So
yeah, agreed. How have you felt about Joe Biden so far? I know it's very early into his presidency.
Yeah, it's still kind of like I see Kamala or whatever her name is like right on his butt every time he's on the news or whatever. So I don't know. I still don't feel like he's in control.
Yeah.
So it seems like people are waiting for him to pass or something like that, but I don't know. We'll see,
I mean, she's only like what? She's like 52.
Yeah,
she's a lot younger.
She's young.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I mean, yeah, because you kind of wonder, because a lot of people believe, and kind of was, that when George Bush was the president, Dick Cheney, a lot of people felt like Dick Cheney was the one really running the country.
Yeah.
But yeah, why? And we kind of touched base on this. But why do you think that as we have so much division?
Like going through this Corona stuff. If you look back and you see things the way they're happening, it's like nobody wants to follow the guidelines that are put out there for you. I know we're Americans and we love our freedom, but it's like if you want things to work out, you gotta kind of like listen to people and do what they say. It's not like, all right, all the young kids down at spring break Florida, they're all partying down there. But it's like, can't you guys just wait? Put it off like all the other people are doing, and just work with each other, as everybody says. So let's work together, and maybe we would have come to the no mask mandate a little quicker. But it's I don't know. It's an up and down thing. I believe that people do things for a reason. And I don't know if like partying is a number one thing on your list of things to do, but if it's going to ruin the country, why do it?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, we did have the pandemic did get so it should not have become a political thing.
Yeah,
it really turned into that.
It turned into that. Yeah. And it's like, okay, what did Trump do? He didn't bring it here. He did his best to stop it here. But then when he does shut down the borders and he does all that, everybody bitches about it.
Yeah.
And you make a rule for this, and then everybody bitches about that. And I think he would have been a good president if he would just kept his mouth shut.
That definitely hurt him quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I think the pandemic kind of sunk his ship at that point.
But I don't think like other countries. How are other countries handling it? It's worse in Britain and England and.
Oh yeah, we'd always be told like we were.
But we don't see a lot of that on the news either.
Yeah.
How bad it is. On MER, I know I don't see it on it. What's going on in the other countries? Are they hiding it from us or?
No, they were having just as bad of problems.
So
they had to shut down in England,
it's not the person.
Yeah.
It's the pandemic.
Yeah, because it was like I remember in the summer I felt like we were getting bashed quite a bit about how we were handling it, but I'm like every other day you'd hear about another country having just as big a problem.
And then the president puts on a mandate. Don't do this, but then he also says, well, I'll leave it up to the governors and the mayors to make their own decisions. And so it's like, what do you want us to do? Should we follow you, or should we just do what we think is right?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you know what the tricky thing is though? Like each state, I don't know if where I stand on if that was a good idea, because each state obviously is populated a little bit different.
Different, yeah.
So what's good for New York City, not necessarily going to be great for Merrimack, New Hampshire, or going to help in Merrimack, New
Absolutely
Hampshire.
not, no.
So, yeah, this has been the trickiest, weirdest thing.
But we've never come across it before. So, you
Yeah.
know, how do we know what's going to work and what's not going to work?
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
Try this, try that, and you know, we get numbers down, then boom, 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 we get a holiday. Numbers go back up.
Yeah.
But blame the holiday. But we have an election where everybody is told to go to the polls and vote, and then numbers spike, you know, a little bit after. But was it blamed on the election? No, it was blamed on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because they were around the same
Yep.
time. Yeah, yeah, it definitely just, you're right, because nobody alive today that's been in a pandemic. There's
No.
So definitely wild, definitely got politicized, but I think hoping we're climbing over,
Let's find that edge.
Yeah.
Just fall over.
Yeah. All right, so we got some fan questions. You got quite a few here. First one is from John Nagel, former two-time guest of the show. He was supposed to be on the baseball episode.
Who's this now?
John Nagel.
I don't think I've ever heard of him.
Yeah.
Does he play shortstop?
Yeah.
John Nagel? All right.
He's currently suspended from the Unmasked Raccoons.
I see that.
Without pay. John, if I'm going to coach this team, I'm not going to be disrespected on my Facebook post. So
You're a tough coach.
So he's suspended indefinitely. So
What's the pay anyway?
I can't reveal that. Our books are kind of private, but anyways, John wants to know, Mark, why are you the biggest hardo to ever step foot, capitalized, on the softball field?
I don't know. Was it because I only have 1 foot? I don't know. I guess I don't know. I play through pain.
Yeah.
So,
Is it difficult to like, or has over the years just gotten much better?
It's I can't say it's getting better, but
yeah,
it's got its moments. There's one time I have a prosthetic foot that my stub goes into, and when it gets sweaty, it kind of wiggles around in there. And we were playing an indoor game, and I kind of my foot just spun around in the shoe, so the shoe was sideways on my foot.
Oh my god!
And everybody that didn't know me was like, "Oh my god, the guy just snapped his ankle," because my shoe's facing the other direction. And then Jen, she just yelled out, "No, that's just Zeke with his fake foot." So so it's got its time, like balance things.
Yeah.
Balancing, you use your toes, whenever you're off balance, and to dig in, and it's anything offside on the right side, I'm kind of off. So.
Now, would that happen? How many years ago has that been?
6 years ago.
6 years. Now, were you obviously it's got to be a terrifying experience.
Oh yeah.
Did you think that you would be able to play softball again?
No, I was it took me a long time to think that I didn't know what I was going to do.
Yeah.
And actually, people that don't know, I cut my foot off with a lawnmower.
Yeah.
So it was a John Deere, ride over and kind of slid off it, and it spun around and just took my toes
goodness.
off. Yeah. So little piggies went wee across the parking lot.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So it was but I was back to work in less than a year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and not gonna hold me down. So.
Yeah, good. No, I'm glad. Yeah, I didn't know that. I knew that now, but when I first met you, I didn't know that. But that's awesome that you were able to come back and play.
Thank you.
That's phenomenal.
Yep, and that's a little vow I made to my mom, and she was alive. I was just like, I'm gonna get back on the field and play again. Run a Tough Mudder. I said I was gonna do that, so I did that 3 years ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I did that, and met two of my goals anyway. So
yeah, no, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah. From Dave Galeo. Dave has a longer name, but on Facebook he cuts off.
Yeah,
half of it.
we just call him Dave.
Yeah, another two-time guest of the show. Have you ever foot a home run? Have you ever? Did I write this down wrong? Have you ever foot at home? Left foot. Yeah, okay, left foot before a big game. Sorry.
No, I've never left my foot at home. It's kind of I kind of need it, so it's the first thing I put on before I get dressed. So
oh, okay. Yeah.
Foot goes on before anything. So when I leave the house, yeah. But I can leave without it too, but I prefer with it.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah. And sometimes when I go dancing, I got a dancing foot too. So.
Oh, a special
Yeah, it's different.
Wow.
It's got painted toe nails.
awesome. From Remember Softball, Jim. I don't even know how to say Jim's last name right now.
Kubiak.
Kubiak, yeah, I believe. But he likes to be a little undercover on Facebook with the Remedy Soft. Though he posts his picture on there, so we know who you are.
We know who you are.
Thoughts on the UNC coaching?
Was it Hubert Davis? I think it is.
Yeah, that's just taken over.
Yeah, he just took over, but he's a North Carolina boy. You know, played for Dean Smith, and coached under was an assistant. Coached, played under Dean Smith, and came in underneath Roy Williams. So he's got some experience there with two fine coaches. So I think he'll do all right. I don't think North Carolina's going to lose much.
Yeah.
No.
Now I start to wonder, is Coach K gonna retire?
Yeah, I think he's next, really.
Yeah.
Coach K, because they had a rough season this year, and so did North Carolina. But North Carolina, I think they whipped them twice. So
oh, really?
This year, yeah.
And Duke didn't even play in the tournament, right?
No, didn't make it. First time Duke, Kansas, and Kentucky maybe.
Oh, wow.
Didn't make it.
Oh, that's crazy. Because Duke's won me some money. I haven't done a bracket in like a while, but
I just won mine this year.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we do one, and every year with the same group of guys, and so I took it home. I'm champion too. I should get a belt.
Yeah. Hey. I'm telling you.
We'll make one next year because we do it every year, so we should do something like that.
Yeah.
Now that I think of it.
Well, I just want to say, this is our old belt for our Pick'em League.
Yeah,
but again.
Yeah, you did mention it. Do you have the old belt, not a new one?
Mike Bollier, former guest of the show.
Yeah.
Refusing to relinquish it, says I cheated. I did not cheat.
Cheater, huh?
In any way. I was asked to run the league this year. I did the best that I could. I calculated everything every week. I'm the champ. If whatever you want to do, we'll prove that I am the undisputed champion. But a question I have, because Benny Bover has a question about the Bears, but how did you become a Chicago Bears fan?
I grew up watching Walter Payton. Then I got kind of in the history of the Bears, and they get the most players in the Hall of Fame, and just I like the history of football and the history of things, and Chicago Bears the oldest team in the NFL, and so I just took to it and just enjoyed watching Walter Payton and when I was younger, and just it was just great, awesome.
He was
he was a guy that just didn't quit no matter what. He never went out of bounds, never ran out of bounds. He just put his head down and just plowed people over, and I like that hard-nosed type of player.
Yeah, that whole team. I mean, now are you a fan of the Super Bowl Shuffle?
Oh yeah, well, yeah, the Super Bowl Shuffle is kind of different.
I love that song. I don't care what anybody says.
I could even rehearse, say it or whatever.
Yeah.
But,
well, the funny story about
it was funny.
It
was enjoyable to watch, but at the time I was like, oh my God, now they're getting a little over their heads, and being ridiculous. So
because they filmed that before the playoffs started.
Yeah.
Interesting story that I didn't know about was McMahon and Walter Payton didn't want to do it. So
I think I heard that.
If you go back and watch the video, they had to be superimposed in it, and they had to sing their lines and everything.
Really,
like that.
yeah.
So,
I think I heard that somewhere.
Yeah.
But you bringing it up, I just kind of remember it now.
Yeah, because when I watched the video a few times, because I tried to learn the song at one point. I did a parody for a poutine challenge thing.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
And I like I think it's a hit. But Benny wants to know, why can't the Bears solve their quarterback issues?
Ooh, tough one. If I could answer it, I'd call Ryan Pace up and tell him. But I think Trubinsky was good. I think maybe they could have kept him, as I'm not happy about who they even pick up. I think I just blocked it out of my mind.
Oh my goodness, the redhead guy.
Oh yeah, Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
Yes. So that is it's a kick in the face, I think, to Trubinsky, and I think he put in his time, put in his work. He had 2 good years with him anyway, and got him to the playoffs twice. And
because they made the playoffs.
I think and maybe some trading or something. Maybe get some movement and get some better players in here. But I don't know. I can't answer it, Benny. I blame Ryan Pace.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
and I don't like Nagy. I don't like Nagy as a coach. He's kind of disappointing, and I'm just not happy right now.
Would you take Jay Cutler back?
Never. Never. No.
I remember, what was the game that he just was it was a playoff game, And I know people get hurt or whatever. But
Oh, yeah,
I don't think he was hurt.
No, it was a Super Bowl against the Colts. No,
It was like no, they lost to the
it was a
NFC
playoff
Championship.
game. Yeah, and
I think.
he hurt his knee, and he didn't want to come back out, but he wasn't like limping or nothing like that. And I don't know, he just everybody think he was faking it.
Oh man,
I can't remember the game, but he might have just tried to fake it and quit.
Because
I think that's what I think. I think he just quit.
Because you want your quarterback to want to have the ball in their hands.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
All right, from Ange Deshard, who's coming on in a couple weeks. I love some Zeke. What is your secret? What is your bat winning secret?
Nothing. I just picked the right number.
Yeah.
Just could happen to win 4 out of my last 5 numbers. So lucky. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, for people that probably don't know, there's a lot of like bat raffles on Facebook or Ryan. Who runs it? Maybe his name's not
Josh
Ryan.
Lee.
Oh, Josh Lee does
who I
one.
won my bats through.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's someone else that does one.
Bemis.
Oh, Bemis does
I
it
think
too?
was one. Yeah.
There's one. I can't
Josh?
think. Yeah.
Or
I know.
maybe he just won a bat. Maybe he just.
There's somebody
had his
like.
name in,
There's one guy that
Keith Brunel.
No, there's another one that he's a U-Trip guy and he like owns like he's got like he's pretty big into it and I cannot think of his name right now.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, no. So now do you end up spending a lot of money on the raffle or?
I've been lucky. I've only picked like 2 numbers once. So 2 numbers was I think it was 25 a number or 20 a number. So that was $40. And new bat's $300.
Yeah.
So $40 on one and then 35 on the last 3.
Oh wow.
So yeah, lucky. I got some high numbers that I picked that won. Then I was just like the next week I'm like, well, I'll try this number. And I usually play 4.
Yeah.
That hasn't been lucky for me except once. So just.
That's awesome because like I've never done one because I always feel like I'm gonna lose, but like
yeah, I've lost a few. So
yeah, so
not a lot. I think I've won more than I lost. So it's I'm on top, I'm ahead of the game, you know.
And that's all you need. I mean, 4 bats. I mean,
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done for the year.
Good to go.
That puts my total, I think, to 15 that I own. So I gave one to my daughter for her birthday, and Lauren Adams got my other one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she was talking about she needed a new bat. So I'm like, hey, give me $35 for the ticket, and you can have the bat.
Hey,
so,
that's a fair
deal.
deal.
Yeah.
From Jen, I always have a hard time saying Jen. Spy Lois. I hope I said that right.
I don't know either.
I've only known her for all these years. But she says Zeke is the man.
Thank you,
Jen.
Jen.
Jen's
Thank
a
you.
big fan of yours.
Go Bombers, you know.
Yeah, the Bombers still together.
I don't know. We were supposed to be on Friday, but they're not having a league. So
oh wow.
Like I don't know. I haven't heard yet what the predicament is for this year yet. So
yeah, because that league there were some issues in that league before.
yeah, I didn't play last year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anyways, we'll get into sports. Now, today is Jackie Robinson Day. I have this pin I just brought on the show, and hopefully the camera can pick it up. I got this in 1997, I believe, which was the 50th anniversary of Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier, and I believe that was the year that nobody was allowed to wear 40. Movan,
They retired the number.
Mariano Rivera were allowed to continue to wear those. But no one would ever after that, which was pretty cool. I mean,
absolutely.
And now everybody wears 42 on this day, so
yeah, it's pretty good. Except then I don't know who's who
yeah,
on the field.
yeah, exactly. But yeah. Anyways, big news coming out of New England: Julian Edelman has retired.
Yeah.
What do you think of his career? And a lot of people are arguing about whether they think he is a Hall of Famer or not.
I don't think Hall of Fame. He came through clutch in the playoffs, and that's about it. So.
Oh, Mike. Oh, we're having some mic up issues. Yeah, ours fell. Yep, just gotta pull it out a little. Did it fall off?
It's gone.
Uh-oh. Perfect. And it's so good that we have like a window in the studio, because then when things like this, I just like Justin will look at me and be like, "Hey, like what's going on?"
You get this?
Anyways, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm for selfish reasons, I'd like to see him go in.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see there. Red Sox are on a hot streak.
Yes, they are. 9.
Which I think whenever because I said on Facebook this is going to be a long season, which I also said that in 2013, and then they won the World Series. So I think if I reverse psychology.
There you go. I like that. It works a lot for me.
Yeah.
But what's the game schedule? Is it a full 162 this year, or is it shortened?
Was.
Is it the full?
Yeah.
Okay.
But someone was saying the other day they're thinking about trying to make baseball games 7 innings, which
I hate all those changes. They're trying to make the game go quicker, and it's just I don't know. It's just I'm a very traditionalist type of guy. You know? I like the way things are, and if it's going good, I don't know. Why change it?
I haven't had a guest on that isn't like and I'm not like picking guests just be like, are you a baseball purist or not? Yeah. But I've yet to have anybody say that like they want these changes. Everybody says the same thing.
No, it's trying too many different things, too many changes, and takes the fun out of the game. So.
Yeah, not a fan. And if I'm at a game, I like to be there for a while. So I have no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind. What the heck? Drive an hour and a half, stay and have a good time.
Yeah.
It's 3 hours. What's 3 hours really?
No,
that's not long at all. You go to a movie. Sometimes movies are 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if things are just changing. I think football has just become such like I still think baseball's our pastime, but football has grown into like legitimately the sport of this kind. That's what people want to see the most. Yeah. That's the most talked about.
I like football better, because it's action.
Yeah.
I mean, baseball. If you like baseball, you think it's action filled.
Yeah.
But everybody wants the home runs and the strikeouts.
Yeah. And the one thing football has on all the other sports is it's 1 day a week. You don't have to invest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In 162 games.
Well, you just watch like the last 5 innings or something, the last 3 innings. That's when things get good.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can just do that.
Yeah, I mean, and going to a game, like I want the whole experience. 9 innings, but yeah, on TV, you might not want to watch all 9.
So does that mean like in Little League baseball, where you play 7 innings, you only play. They're only going to play 5 now.
Yeah,
is it going to like pass the rules down as you go?
I hope not. You can't. 5 innings cannot be
slow pitch softball will be down to 5 innings.
Oh man, I would not be happy about that. No. Also, there's a documentary coming out about the murder of Michael Jordan's father. I believe that was in '93. Jordan ends up leaving the league to go play baseball at that point. I guess he started really doing well at the end. Like there was a chance that he might have gotten to the White Sox, but
no.
Any takes on that? Are you into any of the conspiracy theories where people believe that his gambling led to his father's murder?
I didn't even know there was like conspiracy theories to it, but now we were talking about it earlier. But it was like, okay, yeah. Now that you think about it, he still is a big gambler.
Yeah.
So, and the way that, people work, he had a lot of money. He could, fronted a lot of things, and who knows? It's like there's always something up with something. He fell asleep in a car, and these guys say that they were just going to tie him up, and then one guy shot the other guy. So did one guy like turn the other guy in, or did they?
I think they're both in jail, and I believe
they
say that they're like pawns in this whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm curious because there's a lot of people that just believe they're like, Michael Jordan's gambling, got his father killed. And then there's people that believe David Stern told Michael Jordan, like, hey, you're going to take some time out of the NBA.
Okay, yeah.
Again, these are conspiracy theories.
David Stern,
Hey. But there are people that say, like, when Michael Jordan didn't want to pay, he didn't pay.
Really?
So who knows?
Yeah. He thought he was above that.
Yeah. So, be interesting to see what comes out because I've been hearing.
I'll watch it. That's something that sounds interesting. Yeah.
I've been hearing about these theories for so long. So.
No kidding. Yeah.
What are your favorite sports moments?
Ooh, favorite sports moments. 79 World Series, Pirates and Orioles. That was Chuck Tanner's mom died. I think they were down 3-1.
Yeah.
And just. We Are Family, they came back, and they won it for Chuck Tanner, so I thought that was one of them. Bears winning Super Bowl, of course, 86. Red Sox winning World Series, that's another one. And let's see, Celtics, they won a bunch. So, I liked, those are my moments, I guess.
Was it tough being
1980 Olympics.
Oh, yes.
USA Hockey, that's another one, so.
because no one thought that would happen.
Yeah, and
You know.
just I mean, the way the crowd and I don't know, at the end when they throw the sticks up and just the jubilation, it was awesome. It was like so good. Yeah, you know, goosebumps and everything. So,
Was it tough being a Bears fan around here during that time?
what time?
Because they did play the Patriots in the Super
Yes,
Bowl.
yeah.
Now
Oh,
I know the Patriots.
a lot of
weren't
my
like
friends hated me.
Oh yeah,
yeah. We watched the Super Bowl. I think I had a Bears shirt, Bears jacket, Bears. I had a Bears horn.
Yeah.
It had all their numbers on it and everything. So every time they scored, and they scored a lot, I blew that horn. So I think halftime, I think the horn was broke, and I was pretty much tied to a chair, and we ended up leaving because it was such a blowout. But
yeah, that game.
I had to watch it on repeat, you know, just see the end because I didn't see the second half because my friends took me out.
That was a beatdown. I mean, that Bears team was just.
Yeah.
They should have won more.
And I predicted. I mean, I want to toot my own horn, but I predicted the score to be on the school board at school, the chalkboard. I wrote 47-10.
Oh wow!
I was a point off. I was so upset. I was like, I got back on Monday. We came to school and they're like, "Oh my God, look how close you were." So it was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that the Patriots lost because then I got to see them win their first one because I was only like two, not even two yet. So, all right, let's go into pop culture. We got some top fives. One of my favorite segments on the show. Do you have a top 5 favorite movies?
Movies, Armageddon. Armageddon's one. I love Talladega Nights. Ricky Bobby, you know, that's classic. Let's see another one. Old School. Old School, another one. Let's see, my notes. I've been pretty good. I haven't never needed them.
Armageddon was like that song is like forever gonna just be.
Oh yeah, I forgot. What kind of?
You know.
Arthur.
Oh.
Arthur's a good movie too. Yeah.
Arthur is a good movie. Yeah.
Armageddon just gets me every time. It's the father-daughter thing.
Yeah.
You know, at the end when he says goodbye to his daughter, and it's just like when you know you're gonna pass or something like that, and you have that moment, and it's just I've always kind of been close to my daughter, and I feel like it's a good big bond, and to say goodbye like that I know it's coming and I cry every time.
It is a very
I'll watch it and I'll like fast forward or rewind to that spot and I'll be like, okay, don't cry, don't do it, it's not gonna happen, and still do it. So yeah.
And Steven Tyler did now I don't know the whole because I could be remembering this wrong. My buddy Rob would be really upset if I said the wrong thing, but Liv Tyler was in that movie.
Yes, yeah.
Did she because they made a big deal about the music video? Was Steven Tyler like not in her life growing up or something?
I think they were kind of rough when she was younger.
Okay.
Of course, he's
a
on
rock
the road
star.
all the time.
Yeah.
Partying and whatever. But I think they had rough times.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it is when she was older, or because I don't see her in many movies now.
It's been a long time.
So I don't know what happened. She was kind of famous there for a little while and was in a lot of things, and then it's kind of just like dwindled away.
Yeah, just like not
disappeared.
In movies anymore.
Yeah. So
kind of reminds me like Edward Norton was like a big star, and then all of a sudden Edward Norton just wasn't in movies anymore.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I think he's in something now, but like it's been a long time.
Right now you're looking at he's probably aged a little bit. Same with Liv, and so.
I do gotta say I love Old School too, and what's crazy, I looked at so I watched it the other day.
Yeah.
And the Luke Wilson is the main character. So I'm like, oh yeah. Now I'm like, I'm older than Luke Wilson was when he was supposed to be like the old school person,
right?
With all the college kids. And I was like, oh man, I'm 6 years older than he was when he filmed that. I was like, oh man. But I love that. Will Ferrell at that point could not do any wrong.
No, everything's just fun, and I love all his movies. Yeah. Really.
And Vince Vaughn was hilarious too.
I love Vince Vaughn too because he was. I think he's Polish. I'm Polish, so I think because he always has Polish shirts on and Chicago Bear stuff on, and so I think that's why I kind of like him.
Yeah, I've always thought he's hilarious.
And he went out with Jennifer Aniston. So
did he too?
Well, yeah, and they broke up in the movie Breakup.
Oh yeah.
But then they broke up. So
yeah, that was a great movie too.
That was too. Yeah.
Top 5 TV shows.
Oh boy, I'm like all over the place. I watch a lot of weird things. Oak Island, like Discovery Channel's
Oh,
Oak
yeah,
Island, mystery type of things like that. Drain the Lake. I love the Geeky Show. I can't even think of it now.
Jeopardy?
No, not the Geek. The TV show with the geeks.
Freaks and Geeks, like
No.
back in the day?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That one I like. Let's see, what else? Remember the Tinies was one of my movies.
Oh,
when I
yes.
think about it. That's
Oh,
like,
my God.
That's a good one. I'm
That-
sorry to change the subject.
No,
but
no,
I
no.
saw it on my list.
Could watch that any day of the
Any
week.
day, yep, yep.
You know.
But yeah, Seinfeld I love. Friends. Bringing up Jennifer Aniston again. Friends. So
Seinfeld it's in my top 10. That just Larry David is so.
Larry David show. That's a riot too. Have you ever
Yeah.
watched that?
Oh yeah,
On
Curb.
HBO?
Yeah,
Curb
like
Your
that's
Enthusiasm. Yeah,
That's Seinfeld on steroids.
it is.
you
Yeah,
know?
it's so funny. Oh, the Trump hat one.
Oh yeah, that was
Oh, I
fun.
just wear a Trump hat. You can sit anywhere.
He's very good on just how society is. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. Perfect.
There was one I was dying where you ever put your trash cans out and
Day before. Is it?
I forget what it is,
Or-
but he just throws trash in someone's trash can, like their trash cans at their house,
Okay.
And it's just funny because the guy gets upset that he's like, "What? I saw a trash can, I threw some trash in."
Yeah,
he goes,
that's what
"That's
they're
my
for."
trash can."
But it's out by the road. Okay.
Yeah. Like-
Once it's out by the road, it's fair game.
yeah. Oh, that was hilarious. Top 5 albums.
Oh, albums. It's like I don't know, Doors. Had some Door albums that I liked. No One Here Gets Out Alive. Loved Kiss.
Ah, yes.
This is some good ones that I have. Judas Priest, Metallica. So kind of like the rock,
All right.
the heavy rock.
Yeah, I mean, I loved Metallica.
AC/DC.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
AC/DC.
So, those guys.
The Doors, for whatever reason, I don't know what it is about the Doors that I've never been able to get into.
Yeah, it was weird because it was like I found a cassette of my father when I was younger, and I kind of listened to it, and it was weird. I kind of like off weird things and just listened to it. I'm like, wow, this is pretty good. And then I end up owning every one of their cassettes and albums, and so I like them a
Cassettes
lot.
were the best. I used to have a Walkman. I
Oh
remember
my
that.
God, yeah. Change the CD,
Yeah.
take the cassette.
But I had MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice when I was
Oh boy,
in first
yeah.
grade.
Okay, yeah. That was the time. I'm a little older. But,
Yeah.
I remember when they came out and Vanilla Ice was fake and
Yeah.
lip syncing, whatever. And
Oh well, he stole the funniest thing about that was Under Pressure was obviously ripped off for the Ice Ice Baby. He gives an interview and he's like, "No, it's different." He goes, "Theirs goes ding 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 diddle ling ding. Mine goes ding diddle ling diddle ding ding." It's like, are you serious, dude? It's the same thing. You got to pay royalties on that.
but it's different. I mean, how much music is you hear they have the same riffs here and there, and
Yeah.
and it's just like who made the more money is when they're going to determine who gets the fringe benefits to it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. I don't know.
It's tough. I mean, there's so much out there. I mean, not what was that song, Blurred Lines, a couple of years ago with Robin Thicke
Robin
and
Thicke,
Pharrell.
yep.
They got sued by
Yep.
Marvin Gaye's estate.
Yep, Mario, that's right.
All right, so let's get into my favorite segment of the show, which is blank versus blank. I'm going to give you 2 things, 2 words. You got to pick one and tell why.
All right.
First one, Jay Cutler or Rex Grossman.
Oh my God! Oh, I was just gonna say the opposite of Jay Cutler, but then you got me thinking. Oh boy, I would have to go Jay Cutler. I mean, as much as I hate him, I
Yeah.
hated Rex Grossman even more. I didn't even remember that name until you brought it up. Oh,
He's got to be the worst quarterback to play in a Super Bowl ever.
yeah, ever. Yeah.
You know.
Trent Dilfer was pretty bad. You know,
Oh, God, yeah.
he was lucky, but to win one. But yeah, kind of like almost the same thing.
Michael Jackson or Prince.
I like Michael.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I think I got more into Prince once.
Just more. I think. Prince does have a lot of songs, but
Yeah.
I think I know more of Michael's songs than I do Prince. So
Yeah, you probably.
Prince is a great guitar player. You know.
Yes.
So
That
I
was
think
something
he's got that on top of Michael. But song wise, I think is Michael.
Yeah, I mean, if you're turning on the radio, you're more likely to probably catch a Michael Jackson song.
Yeah,
than a Prince song.
every morning I hear Michael Jackson, Backstreet Boys.
Yeah. Way to start the day.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to start. Yeah.
Okay, 2 dances: the Super Bowl shuffle or the wobble.
Oh, Super Bowl shuffle. Yeah. I don't even know what the wobble is.
It's this horrible. I don't. Yeah, we used to do it at the Grand Buffet.
Really? Yeah. You got to show us. I mean,
I don't know if we'll say that for another episode, Justin. Maybe we can edit it in later. Yankees or Red Sox? I think we know the answer to that.
Red Sox or Astros.
Oh yes, and that was something else. So you are. That's probably a better comparison. Would you go Astros or Red Sox?
Astros.
Astros.
Yeah, Astros guy. They get better color uniforms. That's all you got liking them. They had the old orange stripe uniforms.
Yeah.
And the orange helmets. So
I love those.
And then those are my unis. So.
How do you feel about all the scandals now with the Astros over?
Yeah, I think it's from what I heard, there was something going on. So, but if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah.
And it's. I think it was part of baseball, but I think with the electronics, they went a little too far. Well, you can't bring in like foreign objects to help you out. That's just not right. I mean, you can steal a sign and go, outside. That's okay, but. I can see that.
Do you think Altuve had a wire on? So the story hits that home run.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I think he did. Yep.
And they go to rip his jersey off, and he says, "No, don't do that. My wife will be upset." No.
No, I think he was.
Yeah.
I do. I think they did something, but Altuve, he's hot.
Yeah.
He's having a good year, and so.
Dusty Baker came out because he's now the coach, I believe, right?
Yes. Yep.
And he basically said he's like disappointed. He's like, this is the problem with America. Like they're not letting this let it go. But I think it's hard for fans that may have lost to the Astros that year.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yep. I know the Dodgers were pretty mad.
Yeah, because they, you lose by someone cheating. Yeah, doesn't make you happy. No.
One just quick question. I just want to ask this then. Do you think what the Astros did is worse than steroids?
I don't know. I think yes.
Okay.
But I think the steroids thing, I think you still have to be able to hit the ball, see the ball, catch the ball. And I think maybe with the steroids you might be able to do it a little bit better, but I don't know. Yeah, I think that's my answer.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think knowing what's coming is a pretty big deal when you are when you're a Major League Baseball player and you can hit a curveball really well. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, all right, here's one for me as a big wrestling fan. 2 people that have been in movies, 2 big stars, Hulk Hogan or The Rock.
Ooh. I'm a fan of The Rock. I like maybe just because it's more my time now.
Yeah.
But Hulk Hogan was good. He had his his TV shows and whatnot. But I think what Rock does, he's like all over the place doing everything, and the guy looks good.
Yeah, and now he's got his own show called Young Rock.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I watched the pilot or something.
Yeah.
It might have been.
I get a text once a week from my buddy Rob saying, "Have you watched it yet? Have you watched it yet?" I'm like, I just haven't had it. There's other stuff I already watched.
TV show. He's got tequila. He's got his own shoe brands now and workout stuff, and so he's doing good.
Cardi B or Nicki Minaj? As not a fan of that type of music, you have to pick one.
Cardi B, she's one of the big butt, right?
Yeah.
And Nicki Minaj, I'll go Mickey.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Here's one we ask everybody. This is a big question here. More responsible for the success of the New England Patriots over the last 20 years, Tom Brady or Bill Belichick?
I think Bill Belichick. I think Bill Belichick bestowed a lot of his knowledge onto Tom Brady, which Tom Brady uses now for his success.
Okay.
So I think, Bill Belichick's knowledge of how hard you got to work and how much knowledge you need for like every play, how there's not just a certain play, there might be 4 other things off that play. And I think that's what he's taught Tom Brady. and that's why Tom Brady has become so good.
Oh, I like that answer. I always pick Belichick.
Yeah.
As much as I love Tom.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know, building he was the G
Well, you know, Bill Belichick drafted him, so if he
Yeah.
didn't draft him, where would Tom Brady be?
True. I don't think he knew exactly what he was getting because
No.
of where that pick was. But the other thing is, because Bill Belichick gets a lot of crap about being a horrible GM, but if he's such a horrible GM, how have they won all these Super Bowls?
Exactly. You know, they always have no receivers or no line or no this, and they still make the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The guy, I think GMs are very underrated. And he's the coach. Like he's doing a lot.
He's got a lot, yeah.
You know,
He's got more on his plate than a lot of other coaches that don't do so well. You know, like Coach Nagy.
Yeah. Pete Rose or Tony Gwynn?
Oh, Pete Rose, let him in.
Yeah.
You know, let him in. He's admitted it. He's done all this, and he's just one of the best hitters. And that's lived. So
I mean,
he deserves to be in.
Yeah, I'm such a big fan of both of them.
Tony Gwynn, great. Yep. So, but
I do understand why Rose isn't in, because I get into this. I want him in, but I do understand the side that says, because the only issue I have was him being the manager and gambling at the time. That's pretty bad. But at this point, he's 80 years old. Why does it have to be a lifetime ban?
right. Yeah. I mean,
it's like a prison sentence. Like he didn't murder anybody.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
And with the steroids thing too, it's, you know, with the asterisk.
Yeah.
You know, it's what's up with that? You know, it's just.
They take away my childhood because all my favorite players they're never gonna let them in. You know.
Yeah.
Which goes into another good one, Jose Canseco or Mark McGwire.
I'll go Mark.
Yeah.
I like Mark. Yeah, just I don't know, just the way he looked and the way he played first base. You know, Jose. I mean, he played what, right field?
Yeah.
Or is he Sosa right field? Yeah. So I don't know. I think I like Mark.
I loved Mark McGwire growing up.
Yeah.
Huge fan of Mark McGwire.
I think did he have like a longer home run success than Sosa, or was?
Yeah, because Mark McGwire won obviously the Chasing Maris that year, and then Canseco really just kind of like fizzled out.
Yeah, he didn't have much after that. So.
No, and then he's the reason that the whole because when he didn't get signed in 2001 by any team, Canseco came out and said, "I'm dropping the bomb on everybody. I'm putting out," and then he put out the book Juice. Took him about 4 years to write it.
Yep.
And then that's when it all just torpedoed.
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, Bud Selig knew this was happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, you just turned a blind eye to it. You know.
Well, what did he have? I mean, why did he turn his back on all that? You know,
because people were buying tickets.
Exactly.
And
about the money.
And baseball was in big trouble after '94. After the strike, fans were pissed.
Yep.
And
needed something to pick them up.
Yep. And the home run chase, that brought fans back.
Yep.
You know.
Sure did.
You know, but neither here nor there.
I watched it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. I mean, I got right back into baseball when it happened. Like, I was so excited when the Braves won the next year. Like in '90, you know. Still to this day, the big debate is would the Expos have won the World Series in '94 because they were stacked.
Expos, huh? Oh yeah, they were. Dawson.
They had Pedro. They had like a really good team.
And I liked them. I liked their uniforms. I thought there was a good team.
Yeah.
And I always had the plastic helmets.
Oh yeah.
When we were younger, and I always had like the Astros, the Expos, and Milwaukee Brewers. I thought they all had like cool emblems and stuff.
I know. I mean, I'm a huge hat collector, so like I have just ridiculous.
I know. I don't think I've ever seen you with the same hat twice.
Yeah, try not to. All right, toughest one in blank versus blank. Two people from softball. One might be a former Bomber. I'm not sure. But I got Jen Spilius. Jen, I am sorry. Spy Lois.
You say Jen, we know who she's.
Jen.
You know, she knows who we're talking about.
Or coming on the show in a few weeks, Harrison Perez.
Ooh.
You gotta pick one.
I gotta pick
your
one.
Team.
Oh, well.
And we don't put your feet to the fire here, but we always try to keep this the hardest one.
Can I like sub them out every other inning?
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
I'll take them both. Yeah.
All right. I had my brother on here one time, and I said, "Mom or Dad?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, Mom." He didn't even think about it.
I go Mom too.
You know.
Definitely Mom.
But anyways, Mark, I really appreciate you coming on the show. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you. Yeah.
We'll have to have you back sometime. But yeah, everybody, keep your heads up out there. Again, we got security now, so we're not too worried about Soapy coming back in here. At least I'm not. Justin, you're pretty confident. We got this. I don't think he's gonna get back in here.
Everything was locked when I came in.
Yeah, I mean we're doing better with our security. But the other thing, I just want to give a shout out to my niece Addie. She's 3.5 years old. She broke her leg. Poor kid. She doesn't understand. So shout out to Addie. I love you very much.
Get well.
Yeah, get well soon. And until next time, let freedom ring.